live look over State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, that is just outside of Phoenix, and it's where tomorrow an estimated 100,000 people are expected to attend a public service for Charlie Kirk, the conservative political activist gunned down at an event there at Utah Valley University earlier on this month. Now, today we are learning that an armed man claiming to be connected to law enforcement has been detained at the stadium. Take a look at this post here from Fox News. They just confirmed a lot of this information. Again, that's saying new. An armed man claiming to be connected to law enforcement was reportedly detained after entering the Charlie Kirk Memorial site there at State Farm Stadium. A spokesperson for the Secret Service actually providing a statement with some details here to Fox News Digital. Want to pop that up on your screen to give you a look at what they had to say, and this is a part of the statement. They said the U.S. Secret Service, in coordination with local law enforcement in Glendale, Arizona, is investigating an individual who was observed exhibiting suspicious behavior at State Farm Stadium. The individual was approached by Secret Service and stated during the encounter that he was a member of law enforcement and that he was armed. The individual is not a member of authorized law enforcement working the event and is currently in custody. So again, that.
Are you surprised? I'm not. I expected a whole lot of shaking to be going on during this week and possibly that day when they memorialized Charlie Kirk. How many videos have we seen? How many testimonies, good and bad and the ugly? How many social media posts have been made? How many people fighting? How many people just praying? And how many people just in general, like, you know, what a sad day in America, yet there is this moment of pause where you're like, could there be a smidgen of truth that it really didn't happen? That's where the powers want us to be, people. But people are going to be there, not just physically, but in spirit. You guys know I made it out to Arlington Heights this time last week, where they had a memorial for their home gentleman, Charlie Kirk. He grew up there, Arlington Heights, Illinois. Coincidentally, JFK is buried in Arlington Heights Cemetery. That's right, Arlington National Cemetery, Lot 45, as in Trump. I did a few videos when this thing first took place. So people, what I want to present to you are, yes, some connections. We're going to talk about the possibility of something happening tomorrow, but I want you to understand they're coding his moments. I teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the confirmation time, which includes the dates and conclusion. The powers are coding this moment. And it possibly could point to something tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then definitely something in the near future. Because like I presented in other videos, Charlie Kirk is connected to a future past of both Kennedy and Trump. And indeed, he has the same birthday as George Floyd that I brought out.
Morning, Jessica. What do we know about this arrest and security preparations? We're more than 24 hours out from the memorial service.
Yeah, it's incredible because security is already incredibly tight around State Farm Stadium, Henna, and this just coming in from the Secret Service. They said a man was acting suspiciously. They approached that man who had a fake police identification. He was armed with a knife and a gun. They said that during the encounter, he said that he was a law enforcement official. the individual, not a member of authorized law enforcement working for the event. He is currently in custody. The U.S. Secret Service and local law enforcement are investigating the circumstances as to why he was here in this location. Now, just some perspective. It's 6 a.m. here in Arizona, and people are already showing up for this service, which doesn't start until tomorrow afternoon. What's called a SEER Level 1 designation is in place for this event. That is the highest level of federal security, which is typically reserved for something like an inauguration or the Super Bowl, which was here at the stadium a couple years ago. That means the Secret Service will take the lead on all of the security measures, but then they will coordinate with local law enforcement. Hundreds of local coordinate with...
That's the spot, the Cardinal. Red and gold like the sun god Ra. I wonder if that's coincidence. I'll do a video on that, I think, in a few days. I'm gonna wait and see what germinates tomorrow. But people, one of the gotta be in the top 5 disguises that a person can use to get into the stadium would be a law enforcement, right? Who's patting down someone who's dressed like that? I mean, think about it. So here we are. And what did the reporters say? It's 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. here, and people are already there. Out of all the time she could have pulled out a rabbit out of a hat, she says 6. You know that when someone dies, they go 6 feet under. You know, 666 is the mark of the beast. Choice of words. Now look, again, this gives me the JFK vibe because let's look at this here. May 29th is his birthday. Once you take May 29, 2026, the anniversary of JFK, subtracted from tomorrow's burial, 9/21, you get 8/8. By now, everybody knows that Trump erected 2 flagpoles 88 feet tall a few months ago. If something happens, unalived, then the flags go down to 44 feet. 44, Barack Obama's the 44th president. Why did he choose to make the flagpoles 88? You have to ask yourself that. Now, this is what they are. They're in the front and the back. Flagpoles, 88 feet tall. I did a few videos on that. You're welcome to check them out. Now, that was June 18th, 6/18 of 2025. Take June 18th of 2025, literally, from tomorrow's funeral, 9/21. The difference is 3/3. 3/3. Like they caught his assailants 33 hours after the incident. Is that a coincidence? And 33, we know that is Masonic. Are they speaking without speaking? The 88 and the 33. Trump's text number is 88022. And also, for you history buffs, the little man with the mustache, 88 is HH. Put it together, because I can't talk about it.
While there is a partisan debate over Charlie Kirk's legacy, that said, both of these measures passed with strong bipartisan support.
House Resolution 719, resolution honoring the life and legacy of Charlie James Kirk.
In short order, and with no debate, the House easily passed a resolution to remember the life of Charlie Kirk and condemn political violence. 95 Democrats joined 310 Republicans to pass the proposal just 9 days after Kirk was shot and killed in Utah. 7 of Arizona's 8 members of Congress voted yes, with Republican Congressman Eli Crane listed as not voting, according to the House clerk.
Charlie was a good man, a devout husband, father, and friend.
Florida Senator Rick Scott led the passage of a separate bill to honor Kirk's life and work. The upper chamber unanimously passed a National Day of Remembrance for the conservative activist, podcaster, and author. The measure encourages schools, civic groups, and the public to...
Now, did you notice the lady who read off this? She's got the purple. Oh, yeah. Phoenician, the secret powers which identify with the old traditional sacrifice of everything. Yeah. Is that coincidence? Like the purple rain, not the R-A-I-N, but the R-E-I-G-N, the 666 beast system that's coming. The purple rain. Of all the colors in the world, she just got to have on purple. And I will put that video in the description. It's Franchot Pearson. It's In Your Face. That video, it shows you the colors of the Phoenicians, purple and Tiffany blue. Is this coincidence? Now let's look at this vote. Let's break this thing down. Vote party yesterday. We're going to go deal with this line right here because it speaks. 95 yays. You know, the 95th day of the year is April 5th. That's 4-5. That's Trump. What is 58? If you make 58 a month, you've got May 8th. What happened on May 8th? Pope Leo became the Pope on 5/8. And what about 38? Oh yeah, we're going to break that one down. I said we're going to break that down because that comes out to March 12th. Yeah, March, what was that? February, March 3/12. We'll figure it out. I'll show you. And 22, that's the 22 is the 20. V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. So let's go down this yellow brick road. I want to show it to you guys. So the vote 5/8. That's the date. 5/8/2024. From yesterday's vote was 9/19/2025. The difference is 7/13. What happened on 7/13? Fight. Pearson, that's impossible. I know it's called a mathematical improbability. That you would take that vote, 5/8. Here it is here. 5/8 nays, 58 noes, 38 present, 22 not voting. 58, 9/19 gives you the day they said Trump got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. Are they trying to tell us something? Is it future past? We know what happened to Charlie. We know this happened to him, they say, on July 13th. It's something else coming. It's got a Kennedy vibe. Now check this out. There's Pope Leo. Like I said, 5/8. How does 5/8 connect to Pope Leo? Well, first of all, that's his birthday, 9/14. And he became Pope on 5/8. My God. Oh, yeah. Once you know the history, you can see how they talk. The politicians, they talk, they chirp. Yeah, they chirp. Yeah, you think they really representing the land of free, the home of the bud? They bought off, baby, and paid for, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, allegedly. So 5/8 is Pope Leo. So when you take 5/8, Pope Leo, day he became the Pope, versus 9/14, which is his birthday, you get 46. What is 46? Let's go down the rabbit hole. 46. JFK, he was 46 years old when he made his transition. Wow. And Charlie Kirk has the same birthday as George Floyd, who died at 46. Interesting. Joe Biden's first son, Beau Biden, right? Or one of his sons, Beau Biden, he died at 46. George Orwell, he died at 46. Are you seeing a pattern here? 46. So I'm not surprised that Pope Leo's birthday versus the day that he came into office or the papacy, we got 46. It's speaking. And it's also 129. What happened on 29? This is when all hell broke loose on America and the world. Remember the airline? It was a American Airlines, American Eagle flying in from Kansas City. And there was a Black Hawk helicopter that was there in Washington, D.C. They hit each other. They collided. That was on January 29th. It's speaking of something being unalived because 46 and 129, like January 29th, that's what happened when the airplane hit each other. I say they speaking. Now check this out. 3/8, again, 3/8. What we got? 3-8. 3-8, 3-8, 3-8, 3-8. 3-8, that was from here. 38. We're going to break that down a little bit. 3-8. You take 3-8 and make it a date versus 9/21, the day they're going to bury Charlie Kirk. The difference is 6/14. And what's 6/14? That's Trump's birthday. It's so beautiful to have this gift. Somebody needs to say, praise the Lord. Now let's go into this thing. You see this here? That's a V. It's sweating on the brow of Barack Obama in the cartoon in iPad Go 2. The V, 22. See, they speak without speaking. Remember I told you 95, 58, 38, and 22. 22 is V. This is all from the vote yesterday. I can break it apart because I can see into their mindset, okay, in my mind. So that's 22. The 22nd letter of the alphabet is V. That means destruction is coming. Because as soon as Barack Obama sweats this V down his head, once he sweats it, watch this. What happens after that? The American flag shreds into two. See the flag? It shreds. It falls apart. That's America. And the clock is striking 12. That's something else. Now, I want you to peek into the future. This is the press secretary of Donald J. Trump. August 24th is her birthday. I've been waiting to reveal this for a while. I don't think I've done it before. But one of my subscribers said, Pearson, does this lady resemble anybody? Okay, let's go there. If we go to the 339 mark in this video, iPad Go 2, when you go to 339, you get a moment where right here, you have a person waving in tanks, like an army's coming in. Check it out. And then Death puts his hand on her back. She's got the lion or tiger on her back. I guess it's like China. Now what happens? Soon as Death touches her, watch this. She gets sad. Is that Caroline Levitt? Someone told me a few months ago. They put it in the chat. I think it is her. I think it's her. She's waving them in. She's waving in the tanks. So it lets you know there's a time of war, isn't it? What we got going on? We got a few wars, don't we, going on? And then she fiercely looks at Death, and all of a sudden, Death looks back at her, and she puts her head down. Like, wow, he's gone. Who's gone? In my mind, somebody got unalived, and it was during a war period. And when you watch the rest of this video, the Sun God Rock comes into place after that. It's deep, y'all. Now look at her birthday again, August 24th. Take August 24th, 2025, her anniversary of her birthday. And she will be 29 then, 29. Take her birthday, subtract it from Trump's birthday, 6/14. You get 71. What is 71? The 71st day of the year is March 12th. Why is 312 important? That's why it's important. Trump beat Kamala Harris, 312 compared to 226, Electoral College. Interesting, isn't it? Now, you guys know, again, I went out to the memorial last week, Charlie Kirk, Arlington Heights. And I want to respond again like I responded last week. This was a beautiful event. I'm glad I went. A lot of prayer, a lot of hope for the nation, a lot of brotherly love, a lot of respect, beautiful community. And Charlie Kirk is their hometown child. He met people there that started him out. Now, people, I want to put things in perspective. We live in a time where they're making people. You fill in the blank. We live in a time where they're making people, in my humble opinion. I showed you a video the other day where a guy showed multiple Charlie Kirks. It ain't like you ain't ever seen that before in terms of people. I would not be surprised that once he got popular, the real one wasn't always there. I wouldn't be surprised. So what I want you guys to do is, you can watch this video that I produced last week. It was beautiful. I went there, I did a live video. I did the whole memorial. It was beautiful. These people are beautiful. I had people saying, well, they're deceived. Well, when have we not been deceived? Whether it's a politician, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a relative, we all go through that. It doesn't mean you don't have a good heart. It doesn't mean that even when you follow someone who you think it is, or whatever, you can be deceived. But it doesn't take away their sincere convictions to love each other, to raise beautiful families, and to do it in the name of Jesus. And in my mind, they're there. They're building a kingdom community, and they're proud of what came out of the community, which is Charlie. Did he have some bad things? Yes. I told you I didn't want to do a video on the good, bad, and ugly. I could easily do it, because like I told you, the power is not bringing out a lot of his videos from the past. Man, they're seeding the atmosphere with both sides, because they want us to be at each other's throat, whether it's racism, sexism, or whatever the issue is. But I digress. The bottom line is, this is a beautiful community. I think the best thing we can do for them is pray for them. That if things get so bad, and they will, so I scratch that when things get so bad and deception is more relevant, that they can see what you and I see, but yet they can still love the spirit of Charlie Kirk that they knew, that they grew up with. Do you understand? I believe they're adult enough to distinguish the difference once the revelation hits. Because see, people, I don't ever want to get so high and mighty that just because I decode, I'm better than you. I'm not. I might be able to see things different from you, and you just can't see it. It don't mean I'm better than you, but I'm not gonna throw it in your face. If you love the Lord, man, I'm with you. But we're not there at a moment where we're taking the mark of the beast. So why am I criticizing these people to the point where I'm like, I don't like them? No, I love them. You love them as Christ loved you. And then maybe a light bulb will turn off in their head. They can see what you and I see. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm going to end with this, and it speaks for itself.
Yes.